One of the favorites on every holiday table is cranberry sauce. And this year, instead of pulling out the ocean spray cranberry sauce in the can, I thought I would treat my family to fresh, homemade cranberry sauce. Now, I've made it a couple of times before and they did enjoy it, but I found a new recipe. I was watching Laura in the kitchen and I saw a recipe that I wanted to try. So I'm going to make it as close to what Laura made as possible. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan and I teach women to make wise home, health, and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, I am making homemade cranberry sauce, and the trick with this one is that it's going to have apples in it. And I'm really looking forward to that because I love applesauce and I love cranberry sauce, and what can be a better combination than cranberries and apples? So what do we need? Well, let me show you. So first of all, we need 12 ounces of fresh cranberries, half a cup of apple juice. Now, she wanted to use cranberry juice. Well, I don't have that, but I do have apple juice. And I did look at a few other cranberry sauce recipes, and they called for apple juice. So I thought apple juice will work for this one. 1 cup of water, 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 apples peeled and cored and pared. So I'll do that in just a minute. And then of course we're going to have a little bit of orange zest. So first thing I'll do is pour all of these cranberries into the pan. I'll add my water, my juice, and I'll add my sugar. Now I'll get these apples peeled. Now my mom used to be able to peel an apple and get it to come off in one long strip like a little rose petal. Well, I never learned that trick. And cranberry sauce is probably one of those really easy holiday dishes to make. And my family loves cranberry sauce. I love cranberry sauce. I have cranberry sauce probably 2 or 3 times a week, but it's usually just ocean spray. So now we'll just get these apples sliced. And then we'll put the cranberry sauce on to cook, and we'll just cook it for about 10 or 15 minutes until the cranberries burst, and then start to cook down. Now we'll just dice these apple slices up, and they're nice and sweet. One of my friends said she made an apple pie, and her mom said it would have tasted better if she had peeled it. And she said that the directions didn't say to peel the apple, but it said to pare the apple. She didn't know pare meant to peel it. So I thought I better make that clear. Let's add in our apples. And now we're going to add the zest of an orange. And that means we're just going to kind of take this little tool like this and just kind of grate the peel off of the orange. See how that's happening? And the orange imparts such a nice flavor to the cranberry sauce. And you can use the orange for something else later. I can really smell the oil in the orange peel. Okay, so you can see the orange peel is mostly grated here. Now we'll put this on the stove and we'll let it cook. We'll put it on high until it starts to come to a boil, and then I'll turn it down to low and let it simmer on medium to low for about 15 minutes. So now let's just stir that just for a little bit. The sugar's kind of settled to the bottom, and I want to get the apples in some of that juice. So now we'll bring this to a boil and then I'll turn it down to medium. So right now I'm just going to let it do its thing and then I'll bring it back and let you see what's going on with it. It's starting to boil and it smells so good. I can just kind of smell that cranberry aroma wafting up, but you can just see it starting to boil and the cranberries are starting to pop. So I'm going to turn the heat down to medium and then just let it cook now for about another 10 to 15 minutes and we'll see what it does. Take a look at this and you can just see how the cranberries are really starting to pop. And then the apples are becoming really highly colored. But look at that. Look how thick that's getting. More and more of the berries have popped. So it's really thickening up nicely. I'm keeping a close eye on it. And the nice thing about this Curtis Stone Duradiamond pot is that it's not sticking. Well, this looks like all the cranberries have popped. It is nice and thick. I am ready to turn the burner off. I'm going to get this off the stove and put it in this bowl so it can cool. Just take a look at that. Doesn't it look beautiful? Oh my goodness. I can't wait to taste it. It looks really good and the apples are still formed. Hot. But it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Now the nice thing about cranberry sauce, it's one of those make-ahead dishes. So you can make it the day before, put it in the fridge, and it'll be all ready on your holidays. So when you've got a time crunch and lots of things to do, make ahead as much as you can, and this is one of those things you can make ahead and it'll be perfect a day or two later. This is how I would serve my cranberry sauce. This particular dish used to belong to my grandmother, and from my remembrances, she always served cranberry sauce in this dish. So every Thanksgiving or Christmas when I'm hosting the family over, I always put cranberry sauce in this dish. So I thought I would show you my homemade cranberry sauce after it's been chilled in the cranberry sauce dish. So this is what I'm going to actually use to put it on the table. And then for those of you nosy rosies out there that were probably wondering what was in those big old crock pots she had going on back there, well, let me show you what I was doing while I was making the cranberry sauce, because remember, you have to optimize, maximize your time, so make ahead what you can. So the cranberry sauce is a make ahead dish. But I also had collard greens in the crock pot. And I'll let you take a peek at those. They are absolutely delicious. So they're a make ahead dish. And these are going on the table tomorrow. And then I also made some bone broth, turkey bone broth. I had a turkey carcass and some turkey parts left in the fridge from a previous celebration. I should say left in the freezer, and so I got it out of the freezer and put it in a crock pot to make turkey bone broth. And I have these 3 beautiful jars of turkey bone broth, so when I make my cornbread stuffing before I get the turkey baked, I'll have some great turkey bone broth to use for that. So there you have it. And let me just also say, for my young home keepers, when you start having to go to family events as a couple, many times you have to bring something. Well, you can offer to bring the cranberry sauce. Say, you know what, I'll bring homemade cranberry sauce, because as you saw, cranberry sauce is ridiculously easy to make. But most people don't know that because they haven't tried it. So if you're bringing the homemade cranberry sauce, they'll be like, wow, she can really cook homemade cranberry sauce. And then just bring that. And there are probably hundreds of different versions of homemade cranberry sauce. Usually when I make it, I don't add the apples. I was using Laura Vitale's kind of adaptation I was using Laura Vitale's adaptation when I make this. Typically when I make it, it's just the cranberries and just a little bit of orange juice and that kind of thing. You can decide how to zhuzh it up as you like or not. But even on the back of the cranberry bag, they have 2 recipes on there. One of them is just for basic cranberry sauce, and you can just follow that. Or you can go online and find any of the different versions that you care to try. But make homemade cranberry sauce your thing. And if you're still looking for holiday recipes, be sure to check out my Thanksgiving one-on-one playlist where I show you how to roast a turkey, how to make candied yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, and so many other things that you just might want on your holiday table. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about cooking and cleaning and all those things related to running a household, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, I gotta keep it moving because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. See you next time.